What is going on, everybody? How we doing? You guys take anything today or what? Live trading. Everyone. Gotta retweet this. Look at what has landed on my mic. Hold on. Repost. How is everybody doing today? Okay. Today is weird, bro. Today's a weird one. I'll tell you that right now. I don't know what to say about this. I did some one-shot, one kills on some accounts on that data release from 8:30, but outside of that, I didn't do anything. So I passed some evaluation accounts on that, and then outside, I tried to execute 3 different times today, and I got edged on all 3. But honestly, I got edged for the better. Oh, also, guys, look. Let me show you guys what I did today, or what I wanted to do. So, moving into the start of the day, let's just replay like this stuff right here. So we had our news release. News release came in at 8:30, and at this time, we were still within a 4-hour bearish fair value gap. Just like this. Well, before this 4-hour candle closed, we were still within this 4-hour gap, and there was SMT within this gap, like this, because the Dow Jones had that run higher, cleaning out that high, running the higher 4-hour gap. And I wanted to see the Dow trade into this 4-hour untapped gap, which we actually ended up taking today. So that was my draw. And then I wanted to see, obviously, NQ and ES continue lower as well. Now, I went down to the lower time frame, and I was trying to frame some sort of like short that was potentially being able to be given. So if I replay before the open of the day, or actually at the open, this is the 9:30 candle. I was watching the 5-minute time frame here, and I'm going to replay again right at the open. So look at what happened here at the 5-minute candle from 9:30. This was my draw on the Dow Jones that I wanted to see get taken out at untapped 4-hour gap, which was resting right there. And then I wanted to see like NQ and ES like follow suit, do some sort of the same vibe. But we had the SMT at the high. So this right here, in my eyes, this is protected. Now we had another like little SMT come into play. You could see how the S&P 500 is like more weak compared to the NASDAQ and the Dow Jones. I wanted to see this run at 9:30 be a run of a short-term high, just like a liquidity sweep, and then price react from here to then trade lower and then take out that low here. So that's like what I wanted. Now we had an SMT at this high with the S&P 500 like that. Now, what I wanted to see is which pair would I be able to take a trade on, NQ or the Dow Jones? One of those two is what I was going to be taking a trade on. And I wanted one of these to close below this candle here from this 5-minute. This would have been my bearish order block. And I would have shorted here with my TP down here and my stop loss at the high that got ran. And then the same sort of vibe, I would have done the same thing here on the Dow Jones like this. And I wanted to see price close below this candle here. My stop was going to go whatever I can get a 1 to 2 risk to reward at. So kind of like this. Boom, like that. But again, all these trades that I'm framing or that I was looking to take today were just evaluation trades because I'm done trading any of my funded accounts or live from last week. So I'm experimenting today, just trying to see what the market can give me. Next 5-minute candle closes like this, just shy of closing below and confirming my entry function. So I didn't take it. And then the next 5-minute candle does that, running out that low, and then boom, I cancel my limits there. So I'm like, word, I'm done. I'm not gonna focus on YM anymore. Maybe I can get a trade on the NASDAQ because we still have the lows intact. And then like maybe this can confirm that 5-minute, and then I can just do this. So I tried this now. And then I went from YM to NQ, and I did the same sort of idea, looking for a 1 to 2 risk to reward, just like that. And then the next 5-minute candle does this and pops. So I didn't get my confirmation there either. And then you can see we had like a crazy reversal from that low run on the Dow here. So fast forward price even more. We have another 5-minute candle that pierces that resting high here. So my limits are off on NQ. So I tried Dow Jones there. I tried NQ there. Euro, dude, no. I'm not looking at foreign currencies. Sorry. Now, moving forward, and what I was looking at next, just continuously moving and watching price. We're getting to the new 10 o'clock candle, which is here. There is 10 o'clock candles opening price. Look at what happens on YM. YM actually runs down lower, leaving behind relative equal lows. Cool. All right. Now, what could happen next, or what could price be doing here? Still have that liquidity pool resting in place. I'm now like still paying attention to see if I can get in a short position. Now, we have an SMT being created here again with this resting high on the S&P 500. So we have a lower high resting here. We have a higher high right there from the 4-hour candle highs. I go down to the 3-minute time frame, and I'm watching like to see if there's anything that I can do here, like anything at all. So skip price just to see what's going on here. Why is this not skipping? Hello. Let me go back. 3. So keep going. Why is this not fucking printing anything for me? All right. Well, I don't know what's going on. Dow Jones takes out that low, but this is what I wanted to do here. So here, this is it. I was going to see if the S&P 500 can play catch up to the Dow Jones. So on the 3-minute time frame, we had a inverse fair value gap set in here on the 3-minute. So I was like, all right, cool. Maybe price can come into this, and then I can go short down to these lows, right? That was my other option. I tried that. Again, like I'm literally calling out all of this live. Boom. Just looking for a 1 to 2 risk to reward. Nothing crazy. And then I had my limits. I was going to cancel them if we ran out this low before getting a tag in. The next 3-minute candle, I don't know why it's not fucking updating properly. This is pissing me off. Leave. Let me go back. Replay. Start new. Here. So next 3-minute candle, obviously, runs out the low. Cancel my limits. I don't take that. Okay, cool. Maybe I can try and take NQ now. And I do the same thing. We have the same M3 inverse fair value gap. Like word. If we tag this and we get like this, boom, into that, I can go short, go lower. So I set my limits. I do the same thing. This is like the 4th trade that I try to take today. I want to target all these lows down here, whatever it might be. Stop loss, I think I put it at this high. Now, next 3-minute candle runs out the low. I cancel my limit. I've tried literally 4 times today, and I'm out. And I don't do anything for the rest of the day. So, yeah, that was literally me today. And then ever since then, since thank God I canceled my limit, we've done nothing. We've literally done nothing. So I hope and pray that you guys aren't getting killed in this, because this is a recipe for disaster right now. And it's actually crazy. ES left relative equal lows, which is nuts. But yeah, this is crazy work today. Crazy work. Why do you mostly use OB? Because the order block that I'm using is a run of liquidity and then closes below. It is a specific. There's a specification behind that order block, which is why I use it. Outside of that, other order block identification makes no sense to me, which is what a lot of people use, and I don't agree with at all. Like the 15-minute on the 15 minutes on not the 15-minute, the 5-minute on the Dow Jones, what actually delivered is just you would have had to have your stop at the resting high here. Price came up into that candle and then ran lower and then delivered to the lows. It's just the way that we delivered to the lows is extremely, extremely sloppy. Extremely sloppy. What do you mean zoom my chart? My chart's as zoomed as I possibly could be. Dude, don't say it again. Are you using continuous contracts? Yes. Yes, I am. But yeah, I tried taking four separate trades today and I didn't get a single one. But then I look outside of the time frames of like my executions and like I'm looking at like a 30-minute barcode and absolutely disgusting delivery here. But who am I to complain when I know the time of year we're currently trading in? The three, bro, you need to watch this YouTube video that I have on my channel. I literally have a YouTube video on my channel which is titled How I Execute All of My Trades. How I Execute Trades. Full class. It's 1 hour long. When trading NQ and ES, do you only utilize YM? No, I use NQ, ES, Dow Jones when I'm framing trades on NQ or ES. Today, really, like I thought that it was going to be cleaner than we got, especially because of the news release that we had. I thought that the 8:30 news was going to kind of set in the high, and then we're going to just deliver from there. We did it on the Dow. The way that we framed these shorts and how we moved was very, very ugly. I have nothing for the remainder of the day. I don't have a bias. I don't know what this wants to do. I want to see ES run out the relative equal lows that it left. I tried 4 times today to get a trade off, and none of them gave me a tag. And then this is the result of what I have now. So I don't care. I literally don't care what happens for the rest of the day. Gold was good until New York session came about. Gold will probably come down into like this hourly gap along with this hourly bullish order block. This wasn't even NFP. It was non-farm employment change, not non-farm payroll. Focus on CPI on Thursday. I wouldn't expect tomorrow to be good either. And for the people that don't already know this, you should be like your foot should be way off the gas at this point of the year. Like seriously. Your foot should be like you should be on cruise control right now. This is realistically the last trading week of the year. Wait, do I wait for SMT to be formed and confirmed with closure on the higher time frame before? Yes, I always do that. I won't be back trading until January 5th. January 5th is when I come back. I'm done. I'm December 24th. I'm gone. I'm gone for 2 weeks. Well, 24th to the 5th of January, I'm gone. That's when I come back. ES is probably going to run these lows now. Just this delivery to get down to these lows is a fucking nightmare. This is horrendous. These deep ass retracements. And like at the same time, simultaneously, like we're running out lows, we're inversing bearish gaps, and then we're violating them again. Like this is really shit. Kind of playing in a minefield. This is nuts. Yeah, so this is my opinion on the markets being open 24/7. Like technically you can already trade like futures like pretty much all day, Monday through Friday. The only thing that's going to be really different here is for people that trade stocks, because you'll be able to like manage your stock portfolio like at all hours of the day. I still think that's like you're going to be that there's still going to be like volatility at 9:30. Like obviously that's not going to change. Like the opening bell 9:30 will still bring in the most volume and the most injection of volatility into the marketplace during New York session. Like the New York session will still be its priority for index futures. But I don't know. I think there's good things and there's bad things about it. I just don't understand why and what the reasoning is behind doing that. I really don't understand why. I honestly would. Well, when does it gets implemented? When? In Q2? Like I believe there's what, still 6 months until that. Q2 is when it happens. Personally, I don't think that's. Just don't worry about it until it actually comes into place. Just focus on how you trade now and then worry about it later on. And just keep on trading how you usually trade until then. It's really not something you need to dwell on and worry about right now. You don't need to focus on the algorithm changing. I think that if you feel like there's a fire underneath of your ass when you're watching a trade play out and you can't sit still and like you just feel like you're sweating bullets while you're in trades, then you should be setting and forgetting every single trade that you take. Every trade that you take, you should set and forget it. Set alerts at stop loss, take profit, and if you want to have alerts at break-even points, sure, you could do that. But if you have a habit of closing trades early while it still has room to breathe, then you should strictly be following that system. Personally, for me, I hate watching price move when I'm in it. I hate it. I've been trading for 6 years now and I still hate it. Like, I would rather click the button, set alerts at key levels, and manage the trade when it hits those points. I love trading, but I love trading because it makes me money and because it has allowed me to do whatever I want when I want. I don't like trading because I like analyzing every single candle that forms. Analyzing every single candle that forms makes me want to put a bullet in my head. Hell no. I want to do my analysis. I want to click the button and I want to get out. That's all I want to do. Oh, today's PA was not good, to be honest. Tell me something that I don't know, Einstein. I mean that in the most respectful way. Not rude, sorry. But yeah, if you feel like you're very nervous when you're in your trades and like you feel like there's a weight on your chest, then definitely just set and forget your positions. I'm hitting back and biceps. Actually, Dodgy should be coming with me to the gym. I may have to text him. Yeah, Dodgy's coming with me to the gym. Maybe I film a workout with him and see how he does. I need to take my pills. What's wrong with the longs? I wanted shorts. I wanted shorts. Because I wanted to see price on Dow Jones run into this 4-hour bullish fair value gap that left relative equal lows behind. So I wanted to see price run into that, take it out, and then go. Because also another thing I have a YouTube video coming out. It's like a masterclass on identifying draws and liquidity and how the market moves. It'll be very, very valuable. It's more so like a beginner masterclass for you guys. So stay tuned for that on my YouTube channel. But my draws on liquidity will always be lows or highs that do not have an SMT divergence, which is exactly why we ran lower, cleaning out the lows from London. We ran lower because of that. Longs were never to play. Shorts were. I want to risk minimal when trading a 5-minute CSD, but often stop loss with one micro contract. Then adjust depending on your stop, make it tighter. Find a more refined stop. Take a more refined stop loss. And also, it shouldn't be on one micro. It should not be hundreds of risk. Like the highest risk I'll have on a stop, depending on my target, like I could have 100-point stop depending on where it is. But typically my stop loss placements range between 50 points, depending on how much volatility we have. Like I wasn't like gonna take a trade. Like we have this if we were still respecting this 4-hour gap and we had this 4-hour SMT set in here, like I was not gonna take this. With NQ having this order block here and shorting to this low, like the stop high is 131 points. I'm not doing that. My stop would be like less than 100 at minimum, like looking for 1 to 2, which is like this. Or even more refined than that and just waiting for like a 15-minute SMT to be set in place, kind of like this, these candle highs, and then waiting for something after that. But I lost interest in how the market moved today because the delivery was so trash. And it's like late in the session, so I just like, I let it go. I let it go. I let it go. Oh, also, who wasn't able to trade today because Project X was down? Did you guys all have that issue today for the people that only use Project X? Or no? Honestly, it could have been for the better because of how shit this was. But honestly, if that's not a sign to get off Project X, I don't know what to tell you. Rotate the trade evade. Yeah, rotate the trade evade, bro. Get out of Project X. That shit is ass. That platform sucks. That platform is dookie pookie. That platform is horrible. Never had a problem on trade evade ever. Never had a problem. Your bum gut. That's crazy. Oh man. These Bitcoin shorts still look good. Doing, doing. Looking at a higher time frame perspective on indices, like all your accounts got blown. My God. Guys, get the Blue Guardian Trade Evade accounts. Or just any prop you get, rip Trade Evade. Any prop, just go Trade Evade. Cookie, make sure you're adjusting your risk when ES runs the low. When ES runs low, reduce your risk because I have no idea what NQ will do once that happens. How do trade copiers work? So I have Trade Copia. So what it looks like is this. I have all of my props on my connections here. See that? All of my props are on connections right there. So I have 6 different props. And then I go to my copy trade tab. And all I need to do is have a leader account. And my leader account will be the one that I just take my executions on. And if I execute a mini on my leader account, it'll copy it through all of my other accounts that I have as followers. And basically, you can set like limitations on your there's a risk management tab. You can set your daily profit, daily loss, trailing drawdown limit, and you can also do your weekly profit limit and weekly loss limit. I don't touch any of that. I just touch the daily profit and daily loss limit so that I make sure that I don't go above my consistency rule across my props. But you could also customize your copy trading groups. So let's say like I'm trading, let's say I have a 50K account that is like my leader, and then I have a 100K account where I have a 250K account or 150K. I can have a quantity multiplier so that if I execute one mini on my 50K, I can have the multiplier on my 150 or my 250 as 2. So it'll execute 2 minis instead of the 1 from my leader account. If you trade multiple different prop firms, you should definitely be using a trade copier. I don't know if you could switch from Project X to TradeAvate. I don't know if that's possible. I'm not sure. I am not exactly sure. I don't think that's possible, if I'm going to be honest with you. But I might be wrong. I might be wrong. I might be wrong. Okay. December was good. I mean, like I only had one winning trade across my fundeds, which was last week on RTY. After that winning trade, I stopped for December on my fundeds and my live account. And then I've just been trading evaluations. I did a 1-shot, 1-kill this morning to pass some other evaluations that I had. But I have been hands off until January 5th on funded and live. And then I've just been demo balling since then, just seeing if I can navigate price through this storm that we have. And obviously, I'm happy that I did, because what we're getting, what we've been given is horrible. How have you guys been doing so far in December? One-hour entries considered swing trades? Yeah, because they should be derived from daily key levels. The SMT that I had in the beginning of the day was when price was trading. Damn, look at the Dow Jones, bro. See how the Dow Jones traded in this 4-hour untapped gap here? This was an SMT like this with NQ and ES. This was my SMT that I had. And we set actually the high. If Dow Jones was a little bit more clean, I would have been fine with taking this, but like it just was so slopped out. Like look at how we delivered to the low. Like the time from equities open up until like when we actually cleared out the low, this was a mess. This was an absolute mess. And I know people got killed during this because these heavy drops lower, deep retracements. I tried shorting the Dow Jones here. I tried shorting Dow at this order block, and I was going to do this, even though I already showed, but I wanted to do this with my stop here and then look for a 1 to 2 like this. But when we didn't close below at 935, I was like, all right, maybe the next 5-minute candle does it. The next 5-minute candle came down and swept out that low. So I was like, all right, I don't want to get a retracement back into my POI and then go lower because I want to always be in my trade. Like we confirm, boom, I'm tagged in within like the next candle open. Like I want to be in at the candle creating the wick for like an open, high, low close. That's always been my preference. And then price on the next 5-minute candle like did some crazy work. I would have been stopped out right there. And then price eventually went down and bled. Today was just not my I tried 4 separate times to take a trade, and it just wasn't, the market wasn't giving me what I wanted. I'm posting a reel on it, but you guys will see like every single time that I try to take the trade. Whew. Okay. Personally, only trading past 10 a.m. Yeah. In most conditions, it's typically best to wait till past 10 a.m. Like, I didn't get a good read up until, like, it was kind of conflicting for me because the 4-hour inverse this gap here, but we still held an SMT. But I just wish that there was more clarity on the intermediate term and lower time frame perspectives. It was pretty fucking ugly. Why is this not? There we go. Good boy. I need Bitcoin to die. I need Bitcoin to die. Okie dokie. Honestly, once ES runs out the low here, I would call it a day. Because realistically, bro, once that hits, this thing is going to be chopped shit. I can't with this fucking retard. We've been out touching. Man. What's the best strategy if I ask for NQ daily trading? It's dependent on what you think is best and what you see as best. I think that my model is the most simplistic and easy. It's just my model will present itself. It presents daily. It's just it doesn't not from the time frames that I execute on. I execute on the 5 and the 15. You could take like 1 minute from 15-minute key levels, but even from that, it's still all discretionary based off of how price is delivering. This time of year, man, this time of year is just, it's going to be slow. Just do not crash out. It's going to be slow. Just don't crash out. Trust me. I look for all of my trades after equities open. After 9:30. $9:30, and if 9:30 to 9:45 doesn't give anything of clear value, then I wait for 10 o'clock for the new 4-hour candle. It's as simple as that. I don't really have a take on indices going 24/7. I'm not going to lie. It's going to be more impactful for people that trade stocks. Like the market's already moves fucking all hours of the day, Monday through Friday, besides that one gap hour between 5 and 6 o'clock. So futures, you could already practically trade all the time. The only thing that's different is now you're going to be able to move and trade shit on weekends, but like that's going to only impact people that don't have a life and don't want to do anything else besides trade. And probably, honestly, it's probably going to hurt people more than do good, because that means that people are going to try and trade on Saturdays and Sundays and not do anything with their lives. So I'm not going to lie. It's going to hurt more people than do good. And I will still not change anything about my trade. It's also not something that I'm going to worry about until I see like a substantial difference when price comes about at 9:30 opens. Like I still think the volatility will be there. I still think that price is going to give the highest amount of volume from the times of 9:30 up, like for the 9:30 open up until the AM session is done. So I just think that you don't need to worry about it until you see a substantial difference and you need to make an adjustment to your trading once that happens in Q2. I wouldn't care too much about it right now. I could literally open up my camera and scan this with a QR code, like a QR code. That is the cost of doing business in the market, bro. Every trader makes dumb mistakes, loses accounts, and then next thing you know, you'll learn from those mistakes, make those adjustments, and then you won't make dumb decisions again. But just make sure you're journaling everything too. God, look at this 30-minute time frame on NQ. This is horrendous. My God. I feel like I'm watching paint dry, man. We ain't even out in church, we better tasting. Holy what just happened? If we're going to just leave these lows here, bro, this is nuts. on ES. I don't think that we do, but like, man. Have notifications on the Blue Guardians futures or Guardian TV's fucking YouTube. Notifications on. God. This is going to be an interesting pull on how this daily closes for the Dow. Hold on, guys. 1 second. All right, we're good. I need to start my car. Good. Oh, I'm here. Can we get a trade? No. I'm not just going to force a trade out there. I tried taking 4 separate trades today, and none of them worked. Not as in I lost 4 trades. I tried to take 4 trades with 4 different opportunities, and none of them ended up tagging me in. Literally none of them. So am I going to take a trade now? Fuck no. And on top of that, look at the chart. What do you want me to just snap my finger and have the market clear up? Happy to hear that, bro. Bro, literally, go run some errands for the rest of the day. Project X is ass. Oh, shit. Let's do the giveaway now. Let's do the giveaway now. Yeah, I feel bad for the people that are on Project X. That sucks, dude. Okay. This is going to be different. I'm going to say 3 words. You have to type it all out. 3 words. I'm going to say it in 30 seconds. At 11:59 exactly. It's advice. 15 seconds. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The words are stop trading today. Type it out. Type it into existence. Stop trading today. Boom. Got it. Okay. RCB 8419 and OG and the real OG 15. There y'all go. Stop trading today. Well, make sure that you guys are opening up your tickets in the Blue Guardians Futures Discord for the accounts. Claim them. We have another giveaway again tomorrow. We have another giveaway Thursday. Or sorry, wait, tomorrow's Wednesday. Yeah, tomorrow and Thursday. Cool. All right. But I hope you guys all have a great rest of your day. Be safe and stop trading today. Take care, y'all. I'll see you again for tomorrow's stream. Hopefully everything else clears up. But deuces, everybody.